I welcome you to this video about psychic skills. You could say psychic abilities, psychic powers, same thing. With psychic abilities, you're able to perceive, sense beyond normal physical senses, extrasensory perception, the sixth sense, and some people will call. This is just basically paranormal activity. I want to explain some of these concepts so that you will realize really what we're talking about, because there is some confusion and some misunderstanding in our scientific communities, in our religion communities, and information and agendas. They have their own false creeds, and most people on the planet are following these false creeds of science or religion from a polarized perspective. And as a spiritual being, a spiritual person who's activating your chakra centers, which is activating your psychic skills, because there's many types of psychic abilities. You can simply do a Google search and say, list of psychic abilities. So when you talk to someone and they say that they're psychic, well, okay, which ability? Doesn't mean that you know all psychic abilities. If you're psychic, you know maybe one or two or a few. It's something that you perceive on an individual basis. As we explained here on Christos Avatar, we talk about how it's related to the chakra. And this is your psychic abilities. This is your DNA. This is your different dimensions of reality, and also the different races, the different aspects of yourself. So when you talk about psychic abilities, yes, we're also talking about spiritual ideas and concepts, because that gets into, topics like what is the real reality. So if you're trying to understand spirits or psychic abilities from a polarized science or a polarized religion, because we don't represent religion here, this is spiritual, there's a difference, and I can talk about that if you want, but this is dogma. Both of them are dogma, both of them are polarized. This says God doesn't exist, this says God does exist, but this is what God is. It's confusing. If you don't have some of this, you would say, insider. When you're part of these guardian races, part of these indigo children, starseeds, I show you what these concepts are. I break them all down. So we start with the hologram diagram, and then we start understanding kind of like the big picture, and then we can zoom into the little aspects like psychic powers. Some people interested, searching for psychic powers. That's how you found me, maybe. Well, you're not coming from that spiritual perspective, and that's okay. We're going to do both perspectives.